Archangel Michael says, "You have no time to waste, only a few seconds are left." Something powerful is moving in your direction, and a divine revelation is about to break open in your life. A holy door is unlocking behind the scenes, and in just a moment, the good news you've been waiting for will arrive with divine force. What you are about to feel is not an ordinary blessing, it is a heavenly intervention tailored just for your heart. If you're reading this right now, it means heaven has chosen to visit you personally. To affirm your trust, comment Amen. Heaven is listening. Your voice matters. There are moments in life where silence in heaven breaks, and one such moment is now. The stillness is over. You are not just someone passing through the days, unnoticed and unheard. You are a chosen vessel of the living God. You are not forgotten, and what you've lost is not lost forever. I am here, Archangel Michael, standing beside you in spirit, shielding your spirit with a flaming sword and lifting you with the strength of God's hand. As you sit with this message, I want you to be still and feel the shift that is beginning to rise around you, because within the next few moments, something beautiful is aligning in your path. It will not make sense at first, but that is how heaven works. You must trust the unseen before the seen ever shows up. God is not asking you to understand everything. He's only asking you to stay close, even in the confusion, even in the delay, even in the pain. There is no delay in God's calendar. What feels like waiting to you is actually divine alignment. What seems like rejection is divine redirection. You were never left behind. You were only being pulled aside for a higher purpose. If your heart feels weary, if your nights have been heavy and your days uncertain, you are not being punished. You are being prepared. God never weakens His children without planning to raise them stronger. You may have prayed with tears, you may have cried without answers, but your prayers did not vanish. They were held in the arms of angels, and now, one by one, they are returning to you, not empty but fulfilled in ways beyond your imagination. Please, if you believe a divine shift is coming your way, comment 1111. Let heaven mark your faith. There is a sacred clock ticking in the spirit realm, and it has just struck a prophetic moment. What was once delayed is now being rushed. What was once broken is now being mended. What was once silent is now being spoken loudly over your life by the voice of God Himself. I see light stretching over your path. I see healing where pain lived. I see restoration where loss dominated. I see unexpected help rising like the morning sun. Do not be discouraged by what people said you couldn't be. Do not be defined by the pain they caused or the things they did not see in you. The opinions of man are fleeting, but the word of God is eternal. When He says you are worthy, you are worthy. When He calls you favored, you are favored. And when He commands heaven to send good news your way, no force on earth can stop it. Not the enemy, not your past, not your mistakes, not even your doubts. Take a deep breath. You're about to be lifted. You're about to be seen. You're about to be celebrated, not for who others tried to label you as, but for the truth of who God made you to be. Your name is known in heaven. Your name is wrapped in divine light. You are not behind in your journey. You are precisely where God needs you to be for what He is about to do. You have cried long enough. You have fought hard enough. Now, it is time for divine favor to pour down like rain. If this message touched your heart and reminded you that heaven is near, please like this video so it reaches the ones who feel forgotten. That one small act can be the light someone else is praying for right now. I need you to hear this clearly. You are not cursed. You are not abandoned. You are not broken beyond repair. You are in the middle of divine preservation. What tried to break you will be turned into the very stage where God will elevate you. The people who walked away had to go. The doors that closed were protection, not punishment. The battles you fought alone were not unseen. God watched every tear, and I, Archangel Michael, stood near every time you thought no one cared. Heaven is not ignoring you. Heaven is responding now. That response comes not in chaos, but in the gentle unfolding of miracles. One moment at a time. One breakthrough at a time. And now, this very hour, your name has been written on the scroll of divine appointments. You're not next in line, you are already being called forward. Expect a divine encounter. Expect a supernatural visitation. Expect that in the next few days, something will come into your life that carries the fingerprint of God. Comment 222 if you trust this blessing is on its way. Your struggles do not cancel your destiny. They only refine it. You were never meant to crumble under the weight. You were built to rise from the ashes. There is oil on your wounds. There is fire in your bones. There is purpose in your scars. God is not ashamed of your journey. He is glorified through your survival. You were never created to just exist. You were created to reign in the authority of a divine child. Everything the enemy stole from you is being reordered and restored in greater measure. Do you know why everyone's whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A brainwave ritual leak from the CIA is changing lives across the globe. Proven by neuroscience, this 7-second method helps regular people attract money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. Right now, as I speak these words, a wind is being stirred around your life. It is the kind of wind that carries messengers, answers, solutions, healing, provision, peace, and divine intervention. You may not see it, but it is coming. Your faith is the invitation. Your surrender is the door. Let go of the urge to figure it all out. Just breathe, stay still, and receive what the Father is sending your way. You are not late. You are not left behind. You are loved, and you are aligned with heaven's timing. If your spirit felt this was for you, comment 555. Let heaven see that you believe in what is unfolding. You are not here by accident. You didn't stumble on this by coincidence. You are being pursued by grace. You are being chased down by the goodness of God. Every shadow is fleeing. Every fear is being silenced. You are not walking alone, you are being surrounded with angelic protection on every side. I am fighting for you. I am tearing down barriers for you. And as I speak, the heavens are opening for your next chapter. If your heart needed this reminder, comment 1010. Let your faith rise up and be seen. There have been so many seasons where you gave everything and still felt empty. You gave love, but felt alone. You gave trust, but were betrayed. You gave effort, but were overlooked. But the God you serve does not forget sacrifice. He counts every moment, every tear, every sleepless night where you chose to love Him even when life made no sense. And now, your season of harvest has come. The ground where you wept will become the ground where you dance. The place that felt dry will become the place where fresh waters flow. There is a reason you kept surviving, even when you thought you couldn't. It wasn't just your strength. It was heaven's hand over your life, lifting you gently when no one else could see. It was the Father's voice whispering, "Hold on," when everything else was screaming, "Give up." And you listened. That obedience, even in your pain, has unlocked a reward that is now making its way into your reality. You won't need to chase it. It will find you, because it was always yours by promise, not by performance. If you believe that what's coming is far greater than what's been lost, comment 1717. Heaven hears every word your soul speaks. God's hand has never left your life. Through the betrayal, through the silence, through the disappointments, He was still working. And now, He is about to surprise you with a blessing that carries no sorrow, no confusion, and no compromise. It will be pure. It will be peaceful. It will bring healing. You will not have to fight for it like you fought for everything else. This time, it will be handed to you in peace, wrapped in love, and sealed with divine purpose. Because it is not from man, it is from heaven. There are people who tried to dim your light. There were moments that tried to crush your voice. But nothing they did was strong enough to cancel what God has placed inside you. His plans are unshaken. His promises are unshaken. And you, beloved, are still standing because you were never standing alone. You were surrounded by a host of angels, by divine protection that shielded you even from the attacks you never saw coming. You were rescued in moments you didn't even know were dangerous. That's how deep the Father's love for you is. If your heart feels the presence of heaven right now, comment 333. Let your soul align with God's timing. You've spent so long trying to stay strong for others, showing smiles while hiding pain, carrying the burdens that no one else noticed. But now, it's your turn to be carried. It's your turn to rest in the comfort of knowing that God has not only seen your pain but has declared an end to it. A divine exchange is happening, your sorrow for joy, your anxiety for peace, your waiting for fulfillment. The delays are breaking. The burdens are lifting. The clouds are clearing. Your next steps will not be heavy. They will be light, guided by grace, and carried by faith. Stay rooted in this truth: you are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are seen, chosen, and protected by the same God who parted seas, raised the dead, and made the barren fruitful. That God, your Father, has not changed. And His plans for your life are still alive. They are not buried. They are not cancelled. They are being released now. And nothing can block them, not fear, not failure, not what others did to you. You are walking into divine recovery. If your spirit is ready to receive this blessing, comment 1515. Let the atmosphere align with your belief. There is a sacred announcement being made over your life. Not to the world, not to those who doubted you, but to your soul. It says, "Prepare yourself, child of God, for you are about to be remembered." You were never forgotten, but you were being protected until the time was right. That time is now. This divine window is open for you, and only for you. Others may not understand the weight you've carried, the faith you've walked in, or the silent battles you've fought, but heaven has seen it all, and heaven is rewarding you. Why is the government hiding this 7-second brain ritual from the public? A leaked CIA document just exposed a brain technique so powerful, it's helping people cancel debt and call in wealth within days. Validated by 4 top neuroscience labs, this method is changing everything. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. The winds of change are blowing not to destroy you, but to carry away every residue of pain, confusion, and heartbreak. You may not have the answers to how it will all work out, but the God who spoke light into darkness is the same God who is commanding clarity over your life. You don't have to force it. You don't have to beg. What is yours is being divinely returned. Even the opportunities that passed you by will find their way back, redeemed and restored in ways you never imagined. If this word is speaking directly to the deepest part of your heart, comment Amen. Let the heavens know you receive it. Do not allow the noise of fear to silence the whisper of God's promises. You are being called into a new season, one that doesn't look like your past. It is brighter. It is fuller. It is more peaceful. Your heart will no longer be a battlefield. It will become a garden where joy grows again. God is breathing over your dry places. The dreams you laid to rest are being revived. The things you thought were over are being rewritten by the hand of a faithful God. Nothing is too lost for Him to restore. Nothing is too broken for Him to rebuild. The enemy tried to convince you that it was over, that there was no hope left, that the pain had won. But the enemy always attacks the hardest before the breakthrough. The night is always darkest before the dawn. And beloved, your dawn is here. This is not a prediction. It is a prophetic release. You are not about to fall. You are about to rise. You are not about to lose. You are about to receive. You are not about to break. You are about to bloom. If you've been quietly holding on, waiting for a sign from God, comment 222. Let this be your declaration that you still trust. The holy hand of God is reaching into the very core of your situation. Not the surface, but the root. He is removing what has been stealing your peace. He is uprooting what was planted by fear. He is rebuilding you with grace, from the inside out. No longer will you feel like you're barely surviving. You are moving into a season of thriving, of being nourished, of seeing the goodness of God in real and tangible ways. There will be evidence. Not just feelings, but visible signs. Peace where there was anxiety. Favor where there was rejection. Joy where there was sorrow. You are not in this fight alone. I, Archangel Michael, have been assigned to defend your destiny. Every lie that was spoken over you is being dismantled. Every trap that was set for you is being exposed and destroyed. The forces that tried to delay you are now being silenced. No longer will you wake up dreading the day. You will rise with purpose, walk in clarity, and sleep in peace. For the Lord your God has declared a shift in your life, and what He declares cannot be undone. The divine presence that surrounds you now is not meant to entertain you, it is meant to transform you. Open your heart to what heaven is offering. This is not just an emotional moment. This is a spiritual transaction. Let the pain go. Let the fear dissolve. Let the shame melt away. You are stepping into your rightful place as a child of God, not by works but by grace. Not by status but by identity. You are who God says you are, blessed, protected, favored, and called for such a time as this. If this message stirred something deep inside of you, comment 1313. Let the heavens witness your faith again. You were not forgotten in the fire, and you were not overlooked in the wilderness. You were being prepared, shielded, and strengthened in silence. I know it felt like punishment at times. I know it seemed like others were moving forward while you stood still. But beloved, when God delays, He is not denying you. He is deepening you. He is anchoring you. He is ensuring that what is given cannot be taken away, and what is revealed cannot be corrupted. You will not be given a temporary glimpse of joy, you will be handed a lasting overflow of grace. You are no longer in the season of survival. You are now stepping into the season of evidence. The proof of God's favor over your life will be undeniable. The people who spoke against you will watch in silence as God lifts you in public. Not for revenge, but for redemption. Not to embarrass anyone, but to glorify His name through your testimony. There is beauty being carved out of every wound you carried. There is laughter being born where tears once fell. There is glory rising where shame tried to dwell. You are not being healed halfway, you are being made whole. If you feel this is the exact word your heart needed today, comment Amen. Heaven is recording every response of belief. I need you to understand something sacred. Your value was never measured by what happened to you. It was never based on who stayed or who left. Your worth is rooted in who created you. And that creator is still writing your story. That author is not done. The pen is still in his hand. And this chapter, the one beginning right now, is not going to look like the chapters that broke you. It will be brighter, softer, deeper, and filled with the kind of peace that cannot be shaken. Can 7 seconds really change your bank account overnight? A CIA-funded study just leaked, revealing a brain ritual that's flipping lives from broke to blessed. 4 neuroscience labs confirm it activates powerful wealth attraction brainwaves. People are now stepping into dream homes and luxury lifestyles. But this breakthrough won't stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's deleted forever. You are being called back into alignment with your divine identity. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not behind. You are not stuck. You are on the edge of divine movement. The things you let go of, the choices you made to stay pure, the moments you chose silence instead of revenge, heaven saw it all. And now, blessings are being released as a direct response to your faithfulness. It may have taken time, but heaven's reward is never late. You are about to see why the wait was necessary. You are about to witness the unveiling of what God has been building behind the curtain. If you trust that everything stolen is being returned multiplied, comment 1111. Let your agreement send waves through the spiritual realm. What you are walking into is not just a moment, it is a movement. A wave of favor is beginning to roll in your direction. The things you thought were too far gone are being resurrected. The doors you thought were permanently shut are swinging open. And the peace you forgot existed is returning like a river. You will wake up without dread. You will walk forward without fear. You will rest without anxiety. Because the hand of God is not just upon you, it is surrounding you like a fortress. You do not need to strive anymore. The blessing is not something you have to fight for, it is something you receive. The time of proving yourself is over. The time of accepting God's love fully has arrived. You don't have to earn this. You just have to embrace it. He loves you too deeply to let you stay in the pit. He loves you too fully to leave you where sorrow tried to bury your voice. You are not bound by the past. You are not defined by your mistakes. You are being restored into the divine reflection of who He always intended you to be. Stand tall in this truth. You are not walking into just another season. You are walking into divine destiny. You are not just being helped, you are being elevated. You are not just being healed, you are being anointed. The people who doubted you, the fears that haunted you, the chains that held you, they are all being left behind. What's ahead of you is freedom. What's ahead of you is joy. What's ahead of you is God's open door, and it is wide, radiant, and filled with everything you once dreamed was impossible. If your soul senses the breakthrough drawing near, comment 777. Let your faith move with heaven's rhythm. You may have felt like everything was falling apart, but truly, it was falling into place. The doors that closed were never meant to contain your destiny. The people who walked away were never assigned to carry your future. You kept trying to hold it all together, thinking it was your responsibility to save every broken thing around you. But now God is showing you, gently but clearly, that you were never meant to carry what only heaven can restore. This season is not about holding everything in your hands. It is about opening your hands to receive what only He can give. You've been loyal even when life gave you no reward. You've loved when you were unloved. You've given when you had nothing left to offer. You've stood upright when the world tried to push you down. And now, beloved, the heavens are responding. You are about to see what happens when God rewards quiet obedience. You are about to witness the joy that comes from staying faithful when it would have been easier to quit. This is not a maybe. This is not a possibility. This is a divine guarantee written in the language of grace. If this is the season you've been crying out for, comment Amen. Let heaven and earth align with your declaration. There is an oil being poured over your life right now. Not just any oil, but the kind that heals deep places. The kind that softens what pain hardened. The kind that calls joy back into places where grief silenced laughter. This oil cannot be bought. It cannot be earned. It only flows where surrender is deep and where faith has remained through fire. And that is you. You've been through the fire. You've been refined by the furnace of hardship. And you didn't let it harden your heart. That is why heaven is choosing you for this new outpouring. There is favor chasing after you, even when you feel unworthy. There is a miracle assigned to your name, even if others tried to remove you from the list. There is healing rising from your wounds, even though the scars tried to convince you that you'd never feel whole again. You are not walking into an ordinary season. You are walking into divine inheritance. Everything that felt unfair is being replaced with a blessing so full, so beautiful, so tailor-made, you will look back and say, "Now I understand why it took so long." If you're ready to stop carrying the weight and start receiving the gift, comment 555. Let the chains break with your faith. Do not compare your process to others. The path God set for you was never meant to be the same as theirs. That's why it felt unfamiliar. That's why it seemed lonely at times. But in that isolation, God met you deeply. And now, He's not just restoring what was lost. He's building something entirely new. Your new chapter is not a rewrite, it is a fresh creation. And it won't be built on fear or desperation. It will be built on peace, on divine instruction, on the fullness of God's love surrounding your every step. You are not late. You are not missing your moment. You are being perfectly aligned. Every detour was known by God. Every heartbreak was seen. Every delay was measured. He allowed it, not to break you, but to prepare you. And now that you've made it through what you thought you never would, He is revealing why the process had to be so deep. The blessing He's placing in your hands is not just for you, it's for generations. Your obedience is making room for miracles in your bloodline. Your faith is rewriting the future for those who come after you. Could this 7-second CIA brainwave trick be your fastest ticket to luxury? Recently leaked research shows a simple brain ritual that's allowing people to attract wealth effortlessly. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, this technique is transforming debt into abundance, instantly. Homes, cars, and vacations are just the beginning. If you're seeing this now, you're very lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. What you're about to walk into will make the pain feel like a distant shadow. Not because it wasn't real, but because God's goodness will be so overwhelming, so undeniable, that joy will wash away the residue of sorrow. Laughter will return like a flood. Peace will settle in your chest like never before. And gratitude will be the anthem of your heart. Not because everything is perfect, but because you'll see how perfectly God held you, led you, and loved you through it all. If this part of your soul is awakening to hope again, comment 333. Let heaven see that you still believe. The journey was not easy. You walked through heartbreaks that no one understood, through loss that left your hands trembling, through nights so quiet that you wondered if God had gone silent forever. But now, the silence has been broken by the voice of divine favor. Your name is being whispered into rooms where blessings are born. Your name is being written into the lines of answered prayers, and every part of you that was torn is now being sewn together with threads of divine mercy. God did not abandon you. He carried you through what was meant to end you, and now He is rewarding you for your endurance. There are things you've laid down, sacrifices no one else saw, but God saw them. When you gave without having enough, when you forgave without being asked, when you smiled through hidden pain, those were the moments that moved heaven. And now, every seed sown in tears is bursting into harvest. You will not leave this season empty-handed. You will not walk into the next chapter with leftover sorrow. The wind is shifting. The page is turning. The God who spoke the stars into place is speaking peace over your life now. If you know something is changing in your spirit even before your eyes can see it, comment 222. Your faith is making room for the miracle. There is a fragrance of redemption surrounding you. Not just the fixing of what was broken, but the replacement of what was stolen with something better. What you thought you lost forever is being returned in a greater form, and it will carry no sorrow, no anxiety, and no fear. The blessing that is coming has been purified in the fire. It is not temporary. It is not fragile. It is rooted in heaven, and it is sealed with the hand of God. No enemy can delay it any longer. The battle has already been won. This is a season of divine validation. Not by the approval of people, not by the applause of the world, but by the voice of God Himself saying, "Well done, beloved. You trusted me in the storm. Now watch me give you beauty for ashes." What was stolen from you is not just being returned, it's being multiplied. You will receive double for your trouble. Not because you earned it, but because God is just that faithful. He keeps His word, and He honors those who keep walking when it hurts. If this sounds like confirmation to your heart, comment 999. Let your agreement be a banner in the spiritual realm. You are not who they said you were. You are not the label they gave you. You are not defined by your mistakes, your past, or your wounds. You are defined by the cross, by the mercy that never fails, and by the love that wraps around you even when you can't feel it. You are not just being repaired. You are being remade. There is a new identity being formed in the fire, and when you come out, you will shine with the brilliance of heaven's glory. They will look at you and see redemption. They will hear your voice and feel peace. They will encounter you and sense God. No longer will your prayers feel like they're hitting the ceiling. The heavens are wide open. The angels are moving. The breakthrough you stopped expecting is already forming behind the scenes. You may have adjusted to disappointment, but God is asking you to make room again. Make room for answered prayer. Make room for joy. Make room for blessings that are too big for the space you've prepared. You are not waiting in vain. You are waiting for something holy. Every no you received was leading to this divine yes. Every time someone walked away, it made room for what was truly meant for you. And now, all things are aligning. Not just spiritually, but physically, emotionally, and relationally. You are being repositioned in a way that will leave no question, God did this. And it is marvelous in His sight. If your soul feels this sacred shift, comment 1717. Let the angelic realm mark your heart's agreement. There is a difference between being delayed and being denied. What you mistook for denial was actually preparation. God wasn't saying no to your blessing, He was saying not yet to your brokenness. He loved you too much to give you a blessing that your wounds would mishandle. So He waited. He healed. He refined. And now that you are whole in places you once bled, He is releasing what was always meant to be yours. The favor, the joy, the peace, the stability, the opportunity, the love, it is all flowing toward you like a river that could no longer be dammed. You are not going to have to force what is meant for you. It will feel like alignment. It will feel like rest. It will feel like divine peace. You fought battles that weren't yours just to keep things that were never meant to stay. But in this season, God is placing only what belongs in your hands. No more confusion. No more half-hearted connections. No more uncertain futures. The clarity that's coming will silence the voices of doubt, and the light that's rising will erase every shadow that tried to linger. What's the buzz behind the 7-second brain trick making headlines? A recently leaked CIA brain ritual is turning heads, and bank balances. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this simple home method is turning money blocks into unstoppable wealth flow. Homes, cars, and cash are flooding in. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. If your spirit needed clarity and now feels renewed, comment 1010. Let the gates of heaven echo with your faith. There is healing coming to your household. I see wounds mending that were never spoken aloud. I see relationships being restored that seemed too far gone. I see the chains of generational pain breaking like glass under divine pressure. The curses that followed your family line are being reversed. You will not pass on what broke you. You will be the breaker of cycles, the first to rise, the first to walk fully in the light. Your children will not inherit your trauma. They will inherit your faith, your strength, your victory. You are not walking into a repeat of the past. You are walking into the fulfillment of everything you prayed for when no one was watching. The promises you held on to in silence are now about to speak loudly over your life. The harvest is not just coming, it has already started. You are in it. Feel the peace that wasn't there before. Notice the ease where there used to be striving. Recognize the opportunities you once had to chase are now approaching you on their own. This is not luck. This is divine alignment. God is showing off through your life. If you're ready to stop surviving and start living, comment 1212. Let the heavens rejoice with your surrender. I want you to rest in this truth: nothing was wasted. Not a single tear. Not one sleepless night. Not one moment of heartbreak. It all became the foundation of something unshakable. While others saw brokenness, God saw bricks. He used your pain to build a palace for His glory in your life. And now, that glory is about to shine in ways that make others stop and ask, "What happened to you?" And you will answer with a smile full of peace, "God remembered me." You are not forgotten. You are not being punished. You are being transformed. The new you that is emerging is wiser, stronger, more compassionate, more discerning. You've become the kind of person who can carry blessing without pride, who can walk in favor without forgetting the process. You've become the kind of person who can be trusted with more because you never gave up when you had less. That's why heaven is opening doors now, because you've proven your faith in the dark. You will no longer chase after what is divinely yours. What belongs to you is now being drawn to you by the breath of God. The angels are not just watching, they are acting. Assignments have been given. Things are moving in your favor. And very soon, your eyes will see what your heart already knows to be true. This is the moment when everything begins to change. If you feel this in your bones and know this message is for you, comment 1111. Let your faith shake the heavens. You have spent so long questioning whether you were worthy of the promise. You've carried the heaviness of disappointment, the ache of silence, and the sting of comparison. You've watched others receive what you prayed for, wondering quietly if God had passed you by. But now, I speak this with holy clarity: He never passed you by. He paused, not to forget you, but to prepare the blessing in a way so personal, so specific, that when it arrives, you will say, "This could only be God." There are divine appointments being scheduled in your favor. These are not moments created by chance, but meetings designed by heaven, aligned in time, wrapped in glory, and guided by angelic presence. You will not have to force anything. The doors will open without you knocking. The phone will ring without you begging. The opportunities will find you, because the blessing has your name carved into its foundation. God has not overlooked you. He has hidden you, until the exact moment when unveiling brings the most glory to His name. If you've been waiting for God to turn your silence into song, comment Amen. Let the spiritual realm record your surrender. There is healing rushing toward the broken places inside you. Not just physical healing, but emotional, mental, relational, and spiritual. The kind of healing that doesn't leave scars but leaves wisdom. The kind of healing that doesn't just make you better, it makes you new. The kind of healing that restores not just what was lost, but what was stolen. There are years of peace coming to replace the years of chaos. There is clarity replacing confusion. There is joy so full it will chase away every shadow left behind from the past. You will no longer walk with your head down. You will no longer wake up with dread. You will no longer walk into rooms questioning your worth. There is a robe of favor being placed over your shoulders, and with it comes a boldness not rooted in pride but in identity. You are a child of the King. You are protected by the armies of heaven. You are surrounded by promises that cannot fail. You are lifted by prayers that never died. You are covered by grace that cannot be earned. You are standing in the presence of miracles. If this resonates with the quiet places of your heart, comment 1313. Let your faith speak where words fall short. You've been trying to make sense of everything, and in that trying, you've exhausted your spirit. God is not asking you to make sense of the pain. He is asking you to rest in His presence. Let go of the need to figure it out. Let go of the urge to fix everything on your own. You were never created to carry the weight of the world. You were created to trust the one who holds the world in His hand. Your job is not to plan every step. Your job is to believe that the next step will be solid when God tells you to move. He is sending people to lift your arms when you are too tired to hold them up. He is sending provision from places you didn't expect. He is releasing favor that has been building up behind the scenes for years. This is not the beginning of a long struggle. This is the end of a long war. You have already been declared victorious. The battle was never yours. It was the Lord's. And He has fought for you. He has defended you. And now, He is rewarding you. What if just 7 seconds could flip your entire financial life? A shocking CIA leak has revealed a powerful brain ritual that's helping ordinary people wipe out debt and attract wealth beyond imagination. Backed by 4 cutting-edge neuroscience labs, this at-home breakthrough is turning everyday lives into dreams, luxury cars, beautiful homes, endless vacations. But this secret may vanish soon. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's deleted forever. There will be moments soon where you will pause and feel overwhelmed, not by anxiety, but by awe. You'll look around and realize that the season you cried to get out of is now the soil where your blessing has bloomed. You'll remember how you almost gave up, and you'll thank God you didn't. Because what is coming is not temporary, it is rooted in heaven's promise, and heaven does not change its mind. If this aligns with what you feel in your spirit, comment 1515. Let your agreement activate the atmosphere around you.